What's up, brothers? So this is gonna be like the fourth time that I've tried to make this video, basically just trying to test out the purple Panda mic. But yeah, so I'm on the FZ09, so I guess I could probably maybe talk about, you know, the bike a little bit, but it's mostly just to see how this mic is going to work out now that I've changed a couple things, and hopefully this time I've got everything set up correctly. I've had this bike for like a couple weeks now, and a lot of people have done reviews on this bike, so I'm probably not going to go like too in depth with it, but a couple of things that I pretty much noticed within a couple of weeks of riding is what everybody else talks about pretty much, and that is the suspension is pretty soft. So like when you're in cornering and stuff like that, it can get like a little bit pogo-y. So I mean, it's not really confidence inspiring in the turns necessarily, but it's not really built like a street bike. So about the bike though, one other thing is about the throttle, and it's definitely got a twitchy throttle. Even in standard mode, I actually need gas right now too, but even in standard mode, the throttle is still pretty twitchy, but you can get that taken care of with like an ECU flash, which I plan on doing. I'm just waiting on a new exhaust to come in, so you can probably tell that the exhaust is pretty quiet. It's just a stock exhaust, nothing special. So I think I'm going to go with the M4 slip-on, which a lot of people rave about. But I figured the M4 is probably like, you know, a nice budget friendly. I think you can pick it up for like 400 bucks. And you just got to chop off your the exhaust and use the exhaust headers that you already have on the bike, and you know, slip on and just slip it on the old exhaust, or the old headers. But yeah, other than the throttle and the suspension, I would say this bike is like, for the money, man, it's just so awesome. I picked up this bike for like 6K. It had like 5,000 miles on it, I think, or a little over 5,000, 5,700 miles or something like that. So I feel like I got a pretty good deal on it. It's pretty stock. It has some aftermarket levers on here, and the guy put some frame sliders on. But other than that, it's just pretty much bone stock. It's got a fender eliminator on the back, so I mean, that's nice. So I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. But yeah, we're running like 60 right now, so hopefully the mic is no longer popping and crackling, and sounds pretty decent even with the wind noise. Being on the FZ09, there's a lot of wind. Like even at 60 right now, there is a lot of wind in the helmet right now. So I actually changed the positioning of the mic. I had it up in the ear, like the ear cup or whatever, just kind of hanging out, and it wasn't like terrible, but it could have been better. So I put it up kind of where my Cena mic is at now, just like up underneath, or up right in front of the mouth pretty much. So hopefully it's a lot better now, but we'll see. Oh man, it's such a nice day if it wasn't going to rain, but pretty sure here soon, probably in the next like 30 minutes or something, we're supposed to get some storms. So just trying to get out here and get a little ride in while I can, I guess. I was gonna go left, but I think we'll keep going this way. Yeah, I love the torque on this bike, which is kind of like really why I wanted this bike. Just like the low end, I don't really care about like the 130, 140 miles an hour stuff anymore, at least not on the street. So I'm kind of more like that playful range of that 0 to 80. For me, that's where it's at now. So that's all I care about. So that's what I was looking at, the FZ09. I looked at a couple of other naked bikes, the Z1000, of course, like the street triple. But I don't know, for me, like this bike just felt, I don't know, it just felt a lot more comfortable than the other bikes, even though the other bikes are great bikes too. And I think they definitely like perform better in some areas than the FZ09 for sure. Mainly suspension. I think the street triple probably has like a much better suspension package right off the bat. Oh, oh.
That's just in standard motor too, like with half throttle, you cannot keep the front tire down. Pretty insane. Another thing that I like about this particular bike is this Yamaha blue. I think it looks super nice, man. And like I said, this bike didn't have a scratch on her, man. So like I know like some of the newer models or the newer FZ09s, or I guess they're MT09s now. Well, I guess they were still MT09s in the past, just depends on like what country you were in. But I don't know, I guess after 2018 maybe, they just started naming it all MT09, which I feel like they just should have done that in the first place, but it's just struggling. But yeah, man, this Yamaha blue looks awesome. But I'm a big fan of like that, I guess it's like flow, ice flow. I think it's called ice flow is like the other color. And I was actually looking at a 2020 MT09 in that ice flow color, but the deals just kept falling through with everybody. It's like everybody was like posting their bikes for sale, and then every time I would try to go pick up one, it would fall through, and like either the guy wouldn't show up or would stop responding. I wouldn't hear from him, so it was just like, it was just really annoying. 35 through here. Oh, oh. So yeah, I think the newer models look sick. I'm not sure about the 2021, not sure how I feel about that headlight yet. But I definitely like the new like look of the 2017, I think, and up. And this is the 2016, so still a great looking bike, and I couldn't pass it up because of the deal that I did get on it. Even though I know in the past you probably could get them cheaper, but just the way the market is right now, everything's like priced so high, and it being like prime riding season, everything's like a little higher than usual. So just decided to get the 2016 since it was such, you know, a good deal for me at least. And then I was able to just put some of like extra cash that, you know, was in my budget towards riding gear and all that. I actually turned back around, and I think what I want to do is just like real quick run back up here and jump on the highway just to give that, like, that final wind test, I guess, to see how well it holds up on the highway at faster speeds. And then probably shoot back home, because I do gotta well, I gotta stop and get gas too, but I got a couple things I need to do this afternoon, which will be a good time to get some shit done since it's going to be raining anyway, unfortunately. But the rest of the week I think is going to be pretty nice. There's just so much wind too, like on the FZ09, even more than like a cruiser bike, because like, I don't know, I guess it's because maybe you sit up high on the bike or whatnot. But this is kind of not where I want to be though. But I'm only going like one exit down. I don't really want to get smashed in between all these trucks right now. It's kind of hard to get a good view on the road too, like for tires or whatnot. I got a little view. But yeah, on the last video that I tried making, like running on the highway, it was just like so much cracking and popping. And I had watched somebody else's video about how they turned like the wind off on the GoPro settings, so it would stop trying to compensate for adjusting for wind, and then adjusting for your voice, and all that was causing the cracking and popping. And I also had it set on standard mic plus, which I switched back to the standard mic, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Alright, now I think head on home. I gotta go to the bank and do a couple things before everything closes up, so I'll make this stoplight. I love this jacket though, like every time you stop, it's like when it's super hot outside and then you get moving again because of like the mesh, it feels so good.
compared to just like wearing leather year round, where it's like 95 degrees outside and like unbearable. This is the Dainese, or Dainese, however you want to pronounce it, airframe D1 jacket, in case you were curious. So yeah, I think that's going to be about it. I'm going to head back to the house and just see how this audio turns out, because I don't know, right now I don't have a lot of high hopes, because I've been through this like 4 times. For some reason I have like the worst luck when it comes to audio anything, whether it be computer, videos, whatever it is. I seem to always have audio problems no matter what. So anyways, I'm gonna go home, check out the footage. If I upload it, I guess that means it's at least satisfactory. If it doesn't turn out good, I might just end up switching to like a freaking external altogether recording device or something. But I don't know, hopefully this solves the problem, and I guess we will see. I appreciate you guys watching though, if you did happen to find this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.